Hey, my name is Chavon Rodgers, and I'm hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
Congratulations with the new season of The Voice and being officially Team Ariana. Let's dive in and talk about you choosing Olivia Rodrigo's hit single, Driver's License, for this performance. I feel like that's a tricky one because everybody knows the song, but at the same time, everybody wants the song to be extra special in order to kind of stick out from the original. So for you, you actually did that. You changed up the keys. You came into it with a lower register. Tell me a little bit about choosing this song and how that process was like for you.
Well, thank you so much. Choosing the song, I just feel that everything she writes is just so incredibly relatable, So it's easy to latch on to anything that she puts out. And so I approached it as I would approach writing my own song, changing up melodies slightly, but trying to keep it consistent with, how the song was originally. So it's not so far removed that it's like, what song is this? But, yeah, that's kind of how I approached it.
Now, tell me like how you were able to make it your own. You mentioned that you did it in a way as if it were your own song, but what is that process like for you?
That process for me, it's really just a matter of deriving like inspiration from artists that I've listened to in the past. Like I'm a really big One Republic fan. I love Ryan Tedder. I love Shawn Mendes. And like the music that I've listened to in my past kind of influences the melody decisions I make. And that definitely played into how that song turned out.
The cool thing is that you have these influences, but you don't sound like them. You sound like you. You've kind of created your own lane. So in order to kind of do that artist development, artist discovery for yourself, like what was that process like specifically for this song? Because the song is already challenging in itself, and then you come in and you give us a lower register to kick off the song.
Right. What that development process looked like for me, I grew up singing in church. I grew up singing around my siblings who are all better singers than I am. And they, growing up in that environment where it's very comfortable and you're like comfortable with each other and singing all the time. That's just like a very natural place to develop and grow as a singer and as an artist. And that definitely played into how it turned out. Yeah.
As far as your performance, Ariana said it best. She called your performance a journey, and that's exactly what I was thinking at the same time, just because you give us these different ranges of your vocals, and being able to produce or give an audience or showcase this amount of vocalizations and keys and tones like in 90 seconds must be a challenge in itself. So for you, how did you go about kind of figuring out what sections of the song you were going to hit and what kind of vocal ranges you were going to toss at them?
That's a good question. That higher part of my register is not something I like have ever used live necessarily. So that was definitely like going out on a ledge. In the church world, like anything you're singing, it's like kind of in a lower register and it's not like big wide ranges. And so that it was definitely a little bit of a departure from what is within my comfort zone. That ending stuff, it was that was work. I'm glad we had time to prep and happy with how it turned out though.
And as far as discovering your different ranges like that, was this all because of the church, or was this all like during your experience as a singer-songwriter?
It's been a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Like most of my development came from the church, but in recent years, I've been digging out a little bit more and singing anywhere that I can. And so that, I didn't even discover that part of my register until like last year. So, yes, I by no means have it mastered, but it felt like an appropriate time to experiment with it and, go out on a ledge.
You chose to come out with an acoustic guitar as well. Was the acoustic guitar a big part of the creative process of your version of the song when you were first starting to work on it?
I always sing and I play acoustic. I wouldn't say that it necessarily played into the arrangement. The band that they have at the Voice is incredible, and they played a tremendous part in shaping how the arrangement turned out. But yeah, I tried to base most of what I was going to be singing off of like the keys parts and that sort of thing.
I love that they just announced Ed Sheeran as one of the mentors for this season. What does that mean to you? And how excited would it be to be able to collaborate not only with just Ariana but also with Ed Sheeran?
I mean, Ed Sheeran, he's done it all, man. He's incredible. I think any opportunity to engage with any of the people that they've had on the show is it's an incredible opportunity. They're all like of such a high caliber of artistry that it's like when you're there with these people, you kind of just like wait, you're like pinching yourself and doing double takes and like it's a strange experience for sure.
So far in your experience, like what would you say has been the biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge? I mean, honestly, the what shocked me is the experience as a whole has been very enjoyable. The people that you get to work with are just so incredibly kind. Ariana, she's like disarmingly friendly and supportive, and so the process as a whole just became so easy and fun and enjoyable. The hardest process, honestly, was just like being away from home for so long, and I've never been away from my wife for that long. We've just been married for like a year and a half, so I was like the first time I was gone for like 5 weeks. And it was like, oh my goodness, this is so long, but it was worth it. Yeah, that was definitely the hardest part.
Moving forward, what can your new fans kind of look forward to?
I mean, I can't say too much. They should just keep on tuning into the show. Um, after everything's said and done, I'm definitely going to be working on some stuff, putting out some music. So look forward to that. And yeah,
Well, congratulations with your success so far on season 21 of The Voice. And I'm looking forward to doing this again and seeing you, at the finales.
thank you so much. I appreciate it.